Oh, Mike, you in the middle.
Yeah, man. So what's good? Welcome to the Throne. We're back at it again. I appreciate y'all joining in for this episode. My boy right here, Cheats, with my boy right here, Troy. So we want to get started by telling y'all how we wanted to get started with introducing the Throne. Man, Cheats, man, what the Throne mean to you, man?
To me, it's about building with each other on a positive note, not a negative note, and just starting something with our kids, our community, and moving forward, showing that people we can come together and build things together on a positive aspect without looking at something in return, just building something with them. My two brothers come together and just making moves and making things happen to get our sorry about that, but you can edit that.
You good, just keep on good, man.
So we can get our point of views and our reflection on life out to the people to understand that there are more ways to go about moving forward within life than what things are. How can I put it? Things that are.
Keep going.
Keep going. I appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate it. But it's just, I mean, it means a lot to me because I've been thinking about this for long, and to me, just to get information out there to the people, to what they need and and learn how to move and become a navigator in life, about creating things with your fellow co-workers, your people, your family, just to build something together based on positivity and gaining awareness of what's going on in society and how it reflects all mentality, the way we think, and to transcend that to move accordingly to help each other and build stuff on a positive note. And just I can go in, but I don't want to take up too much time.
Man, we gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. Man. Yeah, what you think, Troy, man? What the Throne mean to you, brother?
The throne itself is in the meaning of the name, all right, to help restore our nation's excellence. We are here to try to bring back what we lost, all right, and that's as far as information, as far as culture, as far as history and all that. The name in itself is going to explain everything about what we're going to try to bring to all of you guys about on this platform. So we're going to speak about a lot of things, and I think that a lot of things that we have to change within our communities is basically our mindset for one. We got to change that. If we want to change anything about what we do going on in our lives, we have to first change our personality, and we got to change our mindset, because that's going to be the start of how we see things different. We're going to start getting to the point to where we can stop allowing everybody to when we make a complaint, or when we complain about something, we're always complaining and we're playing victim. We're trying to get that out of how they describe us or how they look at us. We are an intelligent base of people. We have, over the years and over the decades and over of history of time, we have brought things to reality or to humanity itself that has changed the evolution and has changed a broad scale of everything that we use in today's reality, right? So what we're going to bring to you guys is that we're going to try to get to a place where we can start building together as a people. We can start investing more into our communities, into our people. We're going to start building each other up. Like my brothers here, when we greet each other, we can't be ashamed to speak to each other when we walk past each other. I look at my brothers as kings and stuff like that. I look at my women as queens and stuff like that. If we start calling those things out and starting greeting each other as in that such way, we can start walking in that way. So what we're trying to do is start there with this whole platform, We're going to bring a lot of information as far as investing and how we see reality through our eyes. We got three different unique styles and unique ways of how we see reality. So we're going to try to allow you guys to see how we see it through our eyes. And then when we get to engage with you guys and we get to speak with y'all through either comment, or when we get to a point as this platform grow, we get to have live conversations and stuff like that. We want to see reality through you guys' eyes too, so we can actually see how you see reality. So that's basically how I look at the throne.
Yeah. So the way I look at it is a lot of people been misinformed or interpret things differently. So with the past and the present, because people still don't understand or realize how much the past affect us now, and the things in the past still is going on to the day. So what I want to do and how do I see the throne is we trying to get up there still and stay on top of the pedestal, trying to get back to how we was back in the days, like Troy said, because we was all kings, we was all queens, we had wealth, we just had to get back to it. Instead, what you said, the day we was at that day we was at work, start playing victim.
Stop playing
victim. Stop playing victim. Because there's a lot of things that goes towards that. But to make it something short, we're gonna tell y'all what brought us to making the throne. See, one day, and I was watching a movie. It came out in 2023. It's on Hulu called Origin. It's made by Ava DuVernay. You know, she came up with this from a book called Cast that was made in 2020 when Barack Obama got elected. What it consists of is people being judged for color, even though some people are the same color. How I got started was in the movie, a lady named Isabel Wilkerson was a writer. In the movie, somebody came up to her with a audio version of the Trayvon Martin voice, the 911 call. And when she heard it, she had, became kind of frightened, man, because that was something to hear. Like, why would the dude chase him after he'd have been told not to be chased? Why did, you know what I'm saying, he even pull out a gun when he wasn't even threatened? You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody walking in the neighborhood with a hood on doesn't mean they threaten, they intimidate anybody. And plus, he stayed around the corner in the neighborhood. Just because you've been suspicious of something doesn't mean you have to take definitive action to justify a cause. You know, like, there's nothing being wrong about being yourself in an environment. So, playing victim, how we playing victim if we already scrutinized by how people look at us, how we walk, how we talk. That junk got to quit, man. And I want everybody to at least go ahead and try to watch the movie on Hulu. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's called Origin, and it really talks about a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it back to my boy Troy. Troy, how did you feel when you watched the movie Origin, man?
When I watched Origin, it says a lot about the systems that are established in the country we live in right now, and I know I'm going to speak on, like, trying to get out of the mindset of playing victim. Now I know it's things out there that we can complain about, but when we complain about those things, they consider it being, you playing victim, all right, per se. Now, the the movie Origin is basically talking about a system that's been placed in society, that's been created decades ago, and it started mostly out of India, but during the Holocaust days of Hitler and his reign, his generals, they pretty much took on that system and implemented it into their system, And then when they were seeing what the United States was doing with slavery, they also took part of what the United States system was doing and they implemented it all. So it pretty much explains a level of class as far as people in this whole world. You may not see it, but the majority of the people, if not all people, it is a class that you are basically placed in. And in the caste system, it's like how it was in the reign of Asian dynasties and stuff like that. If you was born into poverty, you was pretty much gonna be, in poverty throughout your life. If you was born in a higher class, that's where you was gonna stay. It wasn't gonna ever change. And when it came, if you look at the systems that are in place now, it's almost the same. But in this country, because of our Constitution, things are roped to where you can't necessarily say it. You can't show that people are in a class. Because if you did, according to our Constitution, you have certain rights that you can probably do some get a lawyer or something, or do some type of litigation. And the United States was smarter with it. They didn't let you see the fine print, even though it was indoctrinated in the documents, all right, per se. And what I'm saying to you is that it's a way to get around it, all right? It's things that we can do. We know the system is there, but it's things that we can do to get around it. Everything about life, to me, is chess, not checkers. Everything is a strategy. Everything can't be outspoken. Some things have to be done quietly. Because once you get to a status in your mind to where you're showing your intellect, you're showing your awareness, you're going to become a threat. Because when you become aware of things and you become, say, being aware of the truth, you become a threat because you can disrupt that class. And if you are powerful enough to raise yourself up to where you connect with other people and your aspect of reality start to wear off on the next person, it's going to be like a connect the dot type of connection. Your frequency is going to connect with the next person's frequency, and that person's frequency is going to continue to keep connecting. And you're going to end up connecting to a group of people who are aware, but they're intelligent. That can disrupt the class system of the system in the United States and the so-called caste system. So with that being said, it's a lot of things into that I want to speak about, to where I can try to get you guys to change how you see things. That way you can improve your way of living, or improve how reality has presented itself to you.
Hey man, Cheats, what about you, man? How do you feel?
Me, on watching the movie of The Origins, it hit hard. It shows that what Tro was speaking about, the whole system is two different sets of classes, the have and have nots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No matter if you American, or you a Jew, or you in Africa, or you in India, it's two classes system.
No matter the religion.
No matter nothing. Religion don't even have nothing to do with it. It's just the have and have nots, and seeing that and seeing how it ties in from Martin Luther King going to India as well, and seeing how the people in India, and he also wrote about it in the Ebony magazine.
Yeah.
Also, I think July 1959, about the transition of the two classes in India, for is also the Dr. Akamar.
Yeah.
From India.
Akbar.
He came over here into Harlem as well, and he's seen the oppression amongst the African Americans over here. So with them going to each other, I don't even know if they knew each other personally, but for them to catch light and catch wind on what's being on with the caste system globally, and how the system is created to divide the people. Because at the end of the day, we only one race, and that's the human race. That's the only thing that matters. Whether your color or your religion, anything. It's just with one race.
I mean, yeah, man, because shoot, when you cut us, what we do? We all bleed, right?
Yeah,
We all bleed, right? So we the same. But it all the people try to put themselves in a depiction like they higher or they're more powerful than each other, which, like I said, when you cut us, we bleed. So how's that any different from anything else? We should be on the same platform. So just to bring back up when Isabel went to India, she came across this caste system, like they were saying, of like people, everybody in India is the same color, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But they put some people in a higher class by subjecting people that they thought was beneath them to doing all the dirty jobs, cleaning up the sewers, you know what I'm saying, washing the cars, spraying, you know what I'm saying, just muck and yuck off of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it in the movie that they had? Man, what was it in the part in the movie? Well, when the dude, the doctor dude that we talked about, Abakar, when he was in school, he had to sit in the floor in the back of the classroom while the teacher teaching. He tried to learn, but he couldn't sit down with the classmate. He couldn't sit in the chair, like all the way in the back. And he wore glasses, man, knowing he couldn't see. But he made it out the mud. He had got up and risen and got 2 degrees. And when he came back to India, you know what I'm saying, he made the Indian Constitution, and they still thought he was beneath them. They did not like him because they felt like he was still just a part of their class.
Right.
So, I mean, with that being said, with judgment, how can you be beneath somebody and you're more educated than them too?
And with him being intelligent, regardless of how smart he was, he's because of what he was born into, the class that he was born into, it was never going to change. He was never going to get that respect and that attention as far as his intelligent mind, because he was born into a lower class. And most of it was based on the wealth of how the whole, I guess, religion or whatever it was, how it all started. And it didn't matter if he got a lot of accolades and then rose up to wealth. Because of how his family was born into the system, he was still beneath some of the elite, wealthy people. So it's not, life ain't fair, favor ain't fair, and you try to make the best of it the best way you can. Once you start finding out information that will allow you to go around it and go into another direction, then you will start to see things and figure things out, but watch this movie and it'll give you a perspective on the things that we go through now.
Yeah.
And it'll show you and pretty much tell you how it formed, why it formed, and
why is it still around?
And why it still exists to this day.
Why does it still exist to this day? So yeah.
And that, to me, is by design, based on knowledge. If you control the knowledge, you can control the way people think, and you keep them confined to a box or to a small space for them not reaching their potential or their growth as an individual. So it's all created to keep people down, and to me, it goes back to money. Money controls everything. And influence. The only thing that's more powerful than money is influence. Right. So the people with money control the influence or what people have the right to know or to educate themselves to better themselves in situations.
Right.
So they limit the information that's out there and knowledge for people to gain to better themselves in their situation, to see what they're doing is, or what they was taught was incorrectly the whole time. So it was just back to what Troy was saying, is like them playing chess and checkers. They're they playing chess, we playing checkers.
Right.
So we have to obtain this knowledge, and that's where the throne comes into play, or to see our point of views based on the movie originally, what brought us together on the whole caste system. Because I was unaware of the caste system until Mike brought this movie to our attention.
Man, everybody, you have to watch the movie. No matter what your race is, what you identify as, it'll bring light to a lot. Either you learn from it, or man, you just like, oh well, it is what it is type, man. But it's not. It goes deeper. Like I said, man, people think it's all about racism. Like I brought up Trayvon Martin, the dude that shot him, he was identified as Hispanic. What is that? Brown on brown. You know what I'm saying? You go back to India, all of them the same ethnicity. I mean, then you go to Germany, man, Nazis and Jews.
They look the same.
They look the same.
What's different? That's what I'm saying. But then, like Troy was saying, man, when you got to the Nazi stage, the ideal of the Holocaust came from the ideology of the Americans.
Yeah, of the United States and slavery.
So they had brought people over here to look at how they was doing slaves. You know, like how they used them for crop working, tilling yards, you know what I'm saying, feeding kids, cooking for them, and they didn't have no rights. They have no say, they couldn't do nothing. But the Nazis, you know what, man, they went a lot farther. They wanted to kill all of them, eliminate them. So if you watch the movie, you'll see a scene in the movie when a whole bunch of Nazis just sitting around in the middle of the city, just throwing books from the library. Anything that had something to do with Jews, they threw their books down and burned them. They tried to get rid of all evidence that did existed.
Right.
So they tried to take it a lot farther than what they was doing over here in America, because they was trying to use them for capital gain, so they can earn more money, so they won't have to do the work themselves.
Yeah,
so
it's just like the idea of slavery. When that was going on, they was not allowing slaves to read. And they didn't want them to read it was by design, they didn't want them to read for a reason, because they didn't want them to find the truth. And see, if you're not a truth seeker, if you don't search for the truth, or if you don't stand on the truth, you'll fall for anything. And I can tell you something, and if you're not aware of the origin itself and where it comes from, or if you're not, I guess what you say, up to speed on the things around you, whether it's just the system, whether it's politics, whether it's any type of documentation. If you're not aware of things around you, you don't even know what they're doing to maybe destroy you or destroy your neighborhoods, destroy your water systems, the stuff that they put in foods. So basically, we're bringing up this movie because we're giving you a pinpoint of where the systems in this country started from, and how it's like a global idea amongst people who are so-called elite or so-called wealthy. They all come together and they all decide on how they're going to keep their power, because as long as they keep you ignorant, and as long as they keep you not fighting, they're going to always have power. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to change that, especially in the Black community. Yeah. We're trying to get you guys to understand that for our communities and Black people to be so scrutinized and to be labeled as savages or animals, or even the term black. The term black has a negative connotation to it. Everybody is placed into a category of color. What we're trying to do is that we're saying, hey, I see the system, I see what they're doing, but I'm not going to let that affect me. This is how I'm going to move. We're trying to change your movement.
Got to rise above
Change your movement is what we're trying to do.
Got to rise above it.
And then also, piggyback off both sides, it's all about the limitation of knowledge. That was all about. If they control the knowledge and information out, they can control your circumstances.
Right.
So with that being said, it's just the whole point of part of the point of the throne is to show people how to navigate through society and through these systems to better yourself, to educate yourself on what's going on, how to build with people within your communities, and to move forward. To, like I said, we see what's going on, but we can control the issue. We can start trusting each other. We can start building things together to navigate through the system, the caste system, to better ourselves. Say, you created a system, but we don't have to follow your system.
That's right. That system is not made for me.
Yes.
Right.
And from that point of view, we can become a navigator. And for us three, for me, to Troy, to Mike, we become navigators to show y'all how to become a navigator yourself, to navigate the system.
Because we all are individuals, man. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You
My
good,
bad.
you good.
We all are individuals. So how can we be the same as individuals? We not. This is like the three of us sitting here. He got an idea, he got an idea, I got an idea. All our ideas are not the same. So I mean, the way we come about it is, you know what I'm saying, we can talk about it.
Right. The idea is not the same, but the direction is the same.
We can talk about our ideas. But what we do with that, I can take information from you, I can take information from you, but it's all about what I do with it. You know what I'm saying? I might not do the same things you do, or the way you see it might need to be done. I see it need to be done a different way.
How you build with it.
But the main thing is, not to cut you off as well,
you good,
is to apply it. It's to apply the knowledge that you learn through people, react through other people or through us. Apply the knowledge and see the benefit of it. Don't learn this information and not use it, because it becomes useless. So what's the point of learning it if you don't apply it? So you can apply it to your everyday life, your interaction with people, your community, to help build one another up and to be able to move forward within the caste system to build something positive and more respectful, to change people's point of views of our color, our religion. We should be able to come together and still have these type of conversations to build something positive. Nothing negative should come of us. But this is just part of the movement of moving forward, not continue to go back. But before you move forward, you gotta know what happened and what conspired from back then, and how it relates to our everyday society, and how to navigate it.
So how not to go back to it. You want to keep moving forward. It's okay to look back to your past. It's good to study it, because you don't want to keep making the same mistakes and the same decisions over and over again. Because if you're still in poverty, or if you have a poverty mindset, you're repeating the cycle. You're just repeating the cycle, and you have not found a way to get out of that cycle. We're gonna all try to tell you guys from how we might have did things different. You know, it's like when I was young and coming up, and I didn't have much, but my vision and my desire was to have what I wanted. And the first thing I did to change my perspective is that I said at the time when I was running the street, chasing women or whatever, I said, in order for me to get what I want, I'm gonna have to work. So from that moment, I made a decision to stop running in the streets and start focusing on income. That way, if I want to get to that car, if I want to get to that house, if I want to get to the things that I desire, clothing, shoes, food, whatever, I first got to make a decision that this is what I'm going to need in order to get to that point. So that was the first thing I've done. When you get to a place to where you say, you know what, I'm tired of living this way, or I'm tired of receiving things this way, change yourself, change your attitude, change your personality. You're going to gradually see things change for the different. Okay, we can't be street all the time. Some things we're going to have to be more professional about. Some things we're going to have to say, okay, I can't speak like this around certain people. I can speak like this around my boys, but I can't speak like that around business or something, or say job related things. Change those things. Stop being labeled. Stop allowing everybody to label you. Stop allowing the system to label you. Move from that All right, you have to move from that. Once you move from that, and you decide as a person that okay, I want better. Once you decide that, figure out what it's going to take for you to get better.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you, dog. I hear you. Oh man.
And
So
to go further with that, it's your mindset. It starts with your mindset. No matter what or how life goes, it starts with your mindset. You got to change your reality through your mindset, and that's taking the first. That's just taking the first step.
That's the first step.
And then finding out ways to move forward, to get where you need to be, to educate yourself, to study, to put the time in, to get your wants and your needs out of life. And that goes back to putting the time in, doing your research, educating yourself on your surroundings, on why certain stuff goes this way, on why stuff was created based on the caste system. So
yeah, like still to this day, like if you go back and still look at the people who was in power, all of them was considered dictators, right? Want to dictate everybody move. Oh, you can't move, you can't do this, you can't breathe, you can't, man, why? And I'm just like you. So, I mean, if you look at society today, like I was saying about the Nazis, how they was burning the Jews' books, was taking stuff out of schools, you know, didn't want them to have any knowledge of their ancestors and stuff. That's what school systems are doing to today. You know, they trying to defund get rid of the education system.
Department of Education.
mm-hmm.
For what? So you can keep people down. So people won't have the knowledge, won't have the research, don't have the finances or know how to get financing to do anything with. But you know, that's what society wanted. That's what they got. But we got to move up and move around it and still better ourselves. So that's what we here, man. We here to give people another mindset, another education on how things are run, how things can be, because it shouldn't be like that. Nobody should be like, oh, you work here, you fired. Oh, you didn't do this for me, you fired. Or, you know what, I don't like the way you look today. You go somewhere. Hey, what you mean? We still the same people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Got in office right now. I feel like he's trying to be a dictator.
Okay.
That's because what he's saying is anybody who's in my cabinet that don't agree on what I said, I'm gonna fire you. I'm getting rid of you. Put the people in there that's gonna listen to me.
People in there that he want in there.
But
And then and it even goes farther as the military.
mm-hmm.
He trying to go through and look at the 3-star, 4-star people in the military. If he feel like they weren't worthy enough or didn't do what they needed to do, he gonna get rid of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then put whoever he wants in there,
Right.
so he can control everything.
Yes, and I agree with you on that. But with that, it's people beyond him. They allow him to do this.
Yeah.
So it's goes back to the system again, caste system. The people with the money is controlling all this from the start. So he's just playing his position. So I know for us as fellow Americans, we look at the president as he's the pinnacle of power, but he's not.
Mm-hmm.
So he's only doing what they allow him to do.
Right.
So with that goes back with gaining the knowledge to know what's going on and be able to navigate it. Because if he's doing this, he only doing because they allow him to do it.
Yeah.
And with that, when that's going on, if we look at the individual person. A lot of people look at the individual person. That's him. But he's just doing what they allow him to do.
It's a part of a whole system, and that's where caste still come at. It's a system. It's not an individual person. It's a whole system. All right, man. Look, man.
Hold on. Let me speak on
Yeah,
this.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is my mindset right here. Because, bro, stuff come to my head, and I always see a different direction of stuff.
Go ahead.
And we talk about that, right? He's lining his administration up. He's putting like-minded people around him. Right?
Yes.
See, so I'm gonna tell you this.
Yes.
Yeah, it may for him and his circle, it's gonna work. But what you can take from that is this: get into like-minded people, get up with like-minded people, get with people that have somewhat of the same direction of where you're getting to. Get a circle. If you can get a group of guys that have different visions, but in the same direction, you can move as a group, which means you can take more steps in a quick amount of time, and you could probably use the same thing that he's doing. Get with like-minded people. Get with people who think like you. Get with people who want maybe the same things that you want out of life itself, and you will gradually see that okay, you have people that you can go to, or you have connections that you can open, and it will give you more power to make better moves and to get to where you're trying to get to.
And I love that. I love that response because taking something negative, you're making a positive,
right,
moving forward.
That's what changing your mindset is all about.
And I love it. That's
right, because I can talk. You can tell me anything, and I might not like it. I might not agree with it, and it might not even be logic to me. But I'll take it in, and somewhere down the road, I'm gonna be like, you know what? That got a point to that.
Got a point. Makes sense somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All you gotta do is, and that's what we're here for. Just listen. Just listen. Take in what we say, even if it don't resonate to you right now. Just trust the process, man. Just trust the process. It'll come together.
And fellas, I hate to get off touch, but I'm loving it. I just feel like we're not acting. It's coming now. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the flow is coming. You know what I'm saying? So it's just us coming together. Like I say, heading in the same direction. We got our own perspective of the throne and what it means, but it all ties into the same goal. And seeing that we come from 3 different backgrounds, but also probably 3 different situations. Yeah. But we all come together as one to create, to give our perspective on life and to show y'all how to move forward and not be stuck. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in life, they feel like they're stuck. They stuck in the matrix. And everybody can't go forward. They can't go back. They just stuck, and they wonder why.
That's why is that? Every time I wake up, man, I think about how can I move different to make myself better for the next day. You know what I'm saying? What did I do yesterday that I didn't like that I can do different today? Mm-hmm. I mean, because once you sit up there and you go to sleep and you wake up and you just go through the same routine, taking your shower, putting on your clothes, but what's your thought process? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing to make something more interesting to you, or make it more seem more real, like it's not stagnant? Like, because once you keep waking up doing the same thing every day, it don't come fun no more.
It don't.
You have to do something different, just like, okay, you with your girl or your wife or whatnot, right? You wake up, y'all go to work, you come back home, you clean up the house, take a shower, go to bed, wake back up. You know what I'm saying? Doing the same thing. Oh, look, how about, you know what I'm saying, we go to this restaurant or something that we ain't never did before. How about we go skydiving we ain't never did before? You got to bring some excitement. And as long as you keep moving forward and doing something different, do it left or right, zigzag somewhere, you know what I'm saying? It becomes fun. You know what I'm saying? You can enjoy the things that you do in life if you try to make it work, though. You got to put forth the effort and the time to do it, though.
Like, when I wake up, just having these conversations, if it's whether at work, outside in the public, and just spreading the knowledge that I accumulated and what I learned over these last few years, and just being a positive influence to somebody else. That helps me, knowing that even though I gained all this information, I'm not just withholding it to study somebody else's growth. I'm trying to help build and help them to change their movements.
Not looking for nothing in return.
There you go.
Not looking for nothing in return.
Yeah, I wanna build with my people, man. It's like I'm tired of being left out, and my mindset is like I don't want to be somewhere where I'm not wanted. If I had the money, if you thought that I didn't belong in your golf course, I'd be like, okay, let me get with some people. I'll go build one.
Oh, there you go.
Let
There
me go.
you go. There you
Let
go.
me go. Let me get this money. I will buy into 100 acres of land, build a compound of people who really want to be there and be together. And I'll put the grocery stores there. I'll put the bank there. I'll put the pharmacy there. I'll put a golf course there. And if it get to the point to where I can be that blessed, I'll get it to where I'm trying to buy a county. I'm going to add on to the acres.
There you go.
I don't mind building I don't mind pulling my bootstraps up and creating my own wealth. But once I get to that point, don't try to come and take it from me because you're jealous that I made a conscious decision to do something for myself and move in a different direction than what's been programmed for me to do.
Right.
Don't get mad that I want to step out of your selfishness and create my own wealth, create my own opportunities, create my own vision and my own dreams. My lifestyle and my perspective on things right now, I want to create for myself. You know what I'm saying? I want to create for my kids. I want to create opportunities where they don't have to work for somebody. Because I always say, and these guys know that as long as you're working for somebody, they ain't gonna never pay you what you're worth. You ain't gonna sit here and tell me that every job that you got right now, you think you're only worth that. Nobody should think like that.
Nope.
You should get out of that way of thinking. I always strive to do more. If you feel like that you're in a position right now where you either ain't highly educated or you ain't making that type of money, okay, think about some things that you do around the house that you might be good at. Everything in this country can be profited.
Yep.
You can create a profit off of that. I don't care if you can sweep floors good, vacuum carpet, clean walls, fold clothes, do lawns, sweep up, rake up leaves. Something you can make a profit off of it. You just got to get out of that program mindset that they place on you about telling you that once you go through school, you go to college. Once you go to college, yeah, hey, now you can work for me. No, you shouldn't have those type of dreams and those type of visions. You should always think to want to create your own wealth.
But it goes back to creating value within yourself.
Right, you got to know your worth.
value.
You got to know your value. You got to know your worth.
So,
but that brings back, like, shoot, you're going to college and you're doing that, you still paying for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay it back. So whenever you're going to get ahead of life. You know what I'm saying? Start working paycheck to paycheck all the time.
I'm living proof. I'm living proof of that. I'm living proof of that.
Some way they're going to have a chain still to your ankle. Regardless of where you get, you got to learn how to get
just like you said before, when we was having a conversation off the camera and whatnot, the stuff that hold people back is funding.
Yes.
Right? How do we get the funding?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We like, tell me about the story, man. Tell me about the story about when you try to go ahead and apply for
I applied for a loan I was really trying to see where my status is as far as where I stand. And as far as with my credit score, I'm trying to buy a house. And I've been with this one bank for 20 years. And I went to them to try to get just a small loan. And it was about $2,000. And been with this bank for 20 years. They see the money that I got come in there. They see the money that goes out of there. And they said that, well, you got some stuff on your credit that's not too good. And that's holding you back from us allowing you to get this $2,000. And I said, okay, well, let me ask you something. I said, do I have anything on there that is in good standing? And she said, yeah, you got a lot on there that's in good standing. She said, but these things that you got that's 7 years ago, she said, why did you not pay these off? And I said, well, that was during COVID. I said, we lost time at work. I lost a couple jobs at that time, so that's the only reason why I got behind on that stuff. She said, okay, well, because of this, we're not going to be able to give you the $2,000. This is my money is going in there for 20 years. They see where the money going. Mm-hmm. They know whether or not I'm paying things and I can make these things. Now, I asked them for a car loan. Now, they don't want to give me $2,000. But they're going to give me $25,000 for a car loan.
Well, guess what?
You see what I'm saying?
Guess what, though? What they going to do? That $25 going to turn to $50,000.
Hey, but that car loan, if I don't pay everything right, they can come and get that, right? See, they don't, I felt like that they don't want to give me a loan for a home because I'm going to create something that they that's not for me, that they feel like that is not for me, right? Because if I get a home, then at some point, that once I pay that property off, that property is going to grow in value
Assets.
year by year. Right. Assets is freedom. Right. Creating your own money is freedom. Your own income, that's freedom. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand at some point they want to have a hold on you. You're trying to run a marathon with somebody pulling on your shirt. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
got the parachute on your back. You can't run.
You'll give me a car loan, but you won't give me a loan for a home.
Yeah, but see what that is, they're looking at their return on their money. See, if you take that 25 grand out on that car, you got it for 7 years. That 25 grand gonna turn to 50,000.
It's gonna grow in interest, yeah.
So they looking at their pockets, but that's goes back to the system. They want to take more from you than what you want to create. So that's how they keep us stagnant as people, as a human race in general. More debt we accumulate, the more they make money off of it, and we still run around trying to figure out how we're gonna pay those bills, because life goes on. Whether with the COVID situation, they still expect you to, even though they shut down everything, they still want you to make these payments. You ain't able to, because you're not.
Their bills don't stop.
Nope.
So
we still had to pay the light bill, the gas bill, cable bill, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And we stuck in the house more. Man, like what?
And what they know that,
but that's still
they know you out of work. They know you ain't got many funds coming in. But
we ain't you don't want to talk about the stimulus money, man.
You got to pay them bills.
You want to talk about the stimulus money.
It's just how the system was created, and
all sit us down so we can just stay behind. Won't get across that curve, man. Gotta jump that fix, baby.
You're not gonna ever be free until you can create your own income. I teach my kids that. I teach them, as long as you're working for somebody, they're never going to pay you what you're worth. So the best thing for you to do, man, listen, if you can cook, if you're a good baker, that stuff can be profit. You can make a profit off of that. Anything like that type of stuff is a profit. You just got to figure out your niche. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk to us. Watch the show.
Comment,
like, share, comment, ask us questions. We can give you our idea. Now we're not where we want to be, but we're getting there. Our mindset and our motivation is to get there. I mean, it's like I've been working since I was about 14.
14, baby.
And I don't ever want there to be a cap on how much I make. I want to create something to where what I put in it, I get paid that. I get that in return. Whether it's investments, talking with Cheap about investments, about stocks. Man, listen, comment, ask us questions. We're going to give you a lot of information on everything that we know.
Yeah, even if you comment, though, you know what I'm saying? We might not have the answers, but somebody got that answer, baby. But we like to do research. We like to keep the knowledge in so we can attain it and share it with everybody. You know, this is nothing. Like this book and this movie, man, I wish everybody just really take a look at it. It's really informative information.
Start there. Yeah, start there. Learn the system. Learn the systems that you live in right now.
And just like Miss Isabella Wilkins took her journey, this is our journey. Right. So you come along and join our journey to apply to your journey to make moves in your everyday life to move forward and prosper and build something with other like minds, like Troy said. Like it starts there. It starts there.
Like some people don't even. I don't even see how I'm here right now though. For real. Like, cause, bruh, just like Isabel Wilkinson, man, when she was going on that journey, you know what I'm saying, to go through these countries and do the research and stuff, she lost a lot. Yes. She lost a husband. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She lost a mother. She lost a cousin. She lost all the people that were close to her that she was able to talk to, and that's how I am in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like on my mom's side, all I got is cousins and a brother. That's all I have. I have no aunts, no uncles, no grandparents, none of that. But just going through that, and people saying, man, how do you deal with it? I really don't know. I don't know. But all I'm doing is keep it moving forward, right? Because I know what they had told me, and I know what they were like. And I want that to be my vision, to go forward and to do the things that they said they would like to see or do, you know what I'm saying? And I want that to come to fruition. I live in my life to make them happy still to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom, she said before she even passed, bro, like she want to see my daughter graduate high school. She want to see her get married. I want to guide her in the direction so we can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? My dad just passed. He was okay with the issues that he had, because both my parents died from cancer, man. Different types of cancer, but they died from cancer. You know what I'm saying? But to see how strong-minded and willed it was, and still wanted to try to be around, even though their bodies couldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of that. And I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not suffering no more. But it's up to me to carry the legacy and to move forward, to build more, and be on a different level than they was. You know what I'm saying? They don't want me to see. They don't want to see me stand at the same spot they was. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be above that. But yeah, man, me staying down, no, man. If I ain't have no legs, I'll be crawling, bro.
There you go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna keep it moving, man.
Allow that to be a weight on you.
Yeah, man, and she didn't either.
Yeah,
and that's why she did what she did. She had to keep moving and keep pushing to get the message across, and that's what I'm here for, to give a message, to deliver this to y'all. So, I mean, take heed, man.
And the key word for that is perseverance. Because what she went through, Isabella Wiggins, going on her journey, she lost, like you say, her mom. She lost her husband. She lost her cousin. Then also with slavery, perseverance. Through Jews, Holocaust, perseverance. Through India, perseverance. They still found a way to persevere through the whole caste system and still end up building what they were off.
Yep.
They decided to make their situation and turn it into a good thing. And what we don't want, I don't want you to do, is to stay in that state of mind. We can turn things around, but don't just stop there once you do that. It's nothing wrong with you having a desire to want more. Keep wanting more, because it's gonna keep you sharp, you know, and it's gonna keep you motivated, and it's gonna keep you confident. Don't settle for it. Even though you turn things around and you make it for the better, just don't be stagnant. Don't just settle and just for that, you know, continue to grow within yourself. I believe that every being that's been placed on this earth was not to stay stagnant. You were supposed to grow and blossom and prosper for a reason. Take that in, keep moving forward. Things gonna be placed in your way that's gonna distract you and try to hold you back,
slow you down,
and try to get you off the path that you're on. It's okay to mope about it, but don't stay there. It's okay to be upset about it, but don't stay there.
You gotta keep moving, baby.
Yeah, it goes back to the question when we say why.
Yeah.
Why
ask yourself, why is this happening?
Yes. Why is keeping me from trying to keep me stagnant? Why these roadblocks come? It's life. We all go through it. We all have our experience. We all have our moments, but we still got to persevere and continue to move forward and create. And that's our message.
Yeah. Once you feel like you can overcome an obstacle, man, you can know how to navigate different in life, man.
But I love it because it's the passion that I have, and we all have the same passion to get our message and what we bring to the throne across. But it's feel more fluidly. I put it that way, not something holding, trying to what is
Every once in a while, I was just thinking, there's so much more I can say to this, you know.
Because
we'll come back to it, man.
This is a starting point. Like at the end of the day, it's a start. The system was created way back then. Yeah. And it still plays a part. So this is a starting point to get people on board or where we at, to understand once they watch this movie, they can see that the vision was created from the start. And we play like don't cry victim anymore. Let's change our circumstances. Let's build something with each other. Let's stop looking at each other in a negative way. Let's look at each other in a positive way. And give each other the benefit of the doubt to build something and create something based on like minds and having these conversations to get a feel for people. Because we ain't just come up to each other, but we got to get a feel for each other. Conversations man. And talk.
Like you said, man, shoot, we've been working around each other about 10 years, and you was like, dang, Mike, I didn't know you know this stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know you know this stuff. Wait, man, shoot, how many times I talked to you really, man, before then? Now, I mean, I'll speak to you occasionally, but getting in depth and detail with stuff, man, I didn't know none of that, man. It takes a minute to warm up. You got to see who you can talk to, who you can't. You got to feel people out beforehand. Man, I know
you was down with this man, so it's like I didn't know, because I know me and him had these conversations. Like sometimes we be thinking about the same stuff. It's kind of crazy to us, like. But it's glad we have another partner, another friend in the mix that we can have these conversations and not be judged about what we think and how we feel.
And that's what's wrong with society, though, man. Everybody trying to get around and judge people for what they have. Oh man, he driving this Lexus, so he must have money. What did he do to get that money? It's not nothing different than what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you ask? And maybe the person who driving it can help you, guide you in that direction. Because that's what we need. Because if you sitting there looking at this and you want what he got, why can't that person give out information and stop being stingy with it? Because if you're being stingy, you holding out for information, just like I said, all my parents and stuff are gone. Like the stuff that he used to cook, I can't cook it like they cook.
No.
They took that information with them. So we gonna have to be the ones that go up to somebody, or somebody gonna come and ask us the questions, you know what I'm saying, and we give them our honest opinion, and we hope they learn from it. We take it in, because man, that's the stuff I miss out of life. Like at work, a lot of people retire. All this information that is going on that's leaving us, what do we have? The stuff to figure out on our own? I mean, it helps and makes things a lot easier when people are giving us some information that we can take heed in, that we can use for ourselves to make jobs, life, financing, you know what I'm saying, a lot easier.
But it's all with having an open mind, open heart, and an open hand.
That's the key.
Where it circulates and you can build and create.
That's the key ingredients right there. You gotta have an open mind to what people say to you. Like I said, you may not agree with it, you may not like it, it may not even be logic to you, but be open to what they're saying. See if you can see reality through their eyes on how they explain it to you.
Just like
apply it. Try to apply it. If you benefit from it, that's how I
just like y'all too. Just like y'all two and the stock things, bruh. I'm new to that.
But
so you know what I'm saying. I'm sitting here listening. I done got me a couple. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to spend all your time and money to invest in things that come to you. You can do a little bit at a time. But as long as you, like I said, you see progress, then you know, okay, yeah, I'm going in the right direction.
Put your money somewhere. See, this is also another thing that we tend not to be done in our communities. Talk to your kids about finances. If you don't know about financing, and you don't know about investment, talk to somebody who does. Every other race, they teach about finance, they teach about investing, they teach about a lot of things on how they make money. We don't do that in the black communities. We've lost that over decades of time. And I believe it's by design. Okay?
Yeah, it was.
But right now, we're gonna try to get everybody back to that state of mind to where sitting at the table with your family, eating together, asking your kids how their day was, ask about their education, ask about, like I do with my son. I say, son, did you see anything interesting today? You know, try to see through his eyes on how he's seeing
engage
things.
in conversation with him.
Do that. We don't sit around. My family, we sit at the table. Like my wife, she won't eat until I come down. She wants to sit at the table, or she wants to sit in my presence. We're trying to bring all of that back because we lost it. When grandma died, lost it.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
We got to get to the point to where we can talk to each other about those things, about investments, like me and Cheek do, and we getting on Mike. We'll tell Mike, I told him the other day, Mike got some, what I said, you got any platforms you downloaded yet? You know, and if he be like, nah, I'm saying, boy, you better go get you some. Yes. I told my son and my girls when I learned about that Pepe crypto, I got on all my kids. I say, look, go get these apps, download these platforms, start investing your money. We got to start doing that.
We got to, because
Like I said, he can't make me do it. I have to be the person up to do it and be like,
I'm gonna make you do it.
What I'm saying though, man. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, man.
No, we don't know what you said. We don't make you
we know now. We know now. Hey, I know what you're saying.
It's all good, though, man.
No,
it's all good.
I know, but that's the attitude we gotta have, man. Because I want to see all of you guys succeed. You know,
just like everybody,
I
bro.
want our whole communities to succeed, man. Everybody around me that I know, just like with my wife's business. You know, my wife has she know a lot of people. She got a lot of connections and stuff like that. And I love her mind, you know, and I love her potential, you know, and we use those things that we try to pass on to other people because we want to see everybody succeed.
That's what it's all about.
That's what we got to bring back, and that's what I'm hoping this platform can touch people and make them say, you know what, they right. Let me get up off this couch. Let me stop complaining about this work. Let me do this work, get this money, get this funding, and then I can decide to do something different when I get to where I need to be.
But it's also with that being said, you gotta get more out of your money than what we're entertained to do. Like buying clothes, buying this and that.
Trying to follow the trend
and
what they say.
Break it. Get more return out of your own money.
Right.
So that's what investing and all that come in because. I'm a firm believer you can have your cake and your ice cream too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that type of individual.
Yeah,
I want it all. But for me to have it all, I gotta get more out of my money and make use of my money than just buying fresh clothes, buying an outfit for the day, going to club for one night.
Every weekend.
It ain't benefit me. It's not creating no value within me. So as I progress through time, I say I gotta get more money out of my return. You know what I'm saying? And returning, I get more return out of life on the backside of it by applying and diversifying my portfolio.
Yeah.
Life is a portfolio.
Yeah.
And you just got to diversify as your money comes.
That's what credit is, a portfolio. Everybody trying to hold on to it and look at it and say, oh, this, you don't have that. You don't have this. Well, how can I get it? Well, you can't apply for this. You can't get that because you don't have enough.
Your life itself is an investment.
There you go.
You know,
there you go.
You don't. I mean, that's
real though. That's real.
Do you not think you're worth it or important enough to where you should invest in yourself?
There you go, Mike. Piggyback off LeBron James. He invests $1 million in his body every year.
Mm-hmm.
His body is an investment.
Yeah.
But that's the mindset we gotta have from day one.
Right. And if you ain't got it now, we trying to get you there. And like I said, we don't have all the answers on hand. But we'll get them for you. We're not where we want to be, but together, I would love to see us as a people grow. And I would love for this platform to be one of the reasons why our communities and ourselves as men and women is just start to grow.
And it's going to take more than just us three sitting here. If y'all commenting and reading your comments, it applies to y'all too.
Yes.
It applies to
everybody.
You got
to do your research.
So
and research your research.
And research
and
we
gonna research
you.
You know what I'm saying? So we can help you build and probably let you know, like this is our journey, and we trying to help you along your journey to make the moves, make the correct steps to gain your fulfillment in life.
And like man, you got to start somewhere, and we trying to give you a start point. Let's go ahead and go to Hulu and watch Origins, man.
Just start there.
Start there. This is a good starting point. If you start there, you see what we're talking about. We just highlighted a couple of points in the movie. And it's a lot more to go on. But with that said, man, let's go ahead and end this right here. This part 1. All right, like, subscribe,
and share. We hope you
Yeah.
guys enjoy our conversation. We want to be able to bring more of this to you. So week by week, subscribe so you can get a notification of when we put something new up. And man, let's grow together, man. Let's build together. Let's create things for us, as a people, to where we can look at each other and get that help from each other,
We all can eat. We all can eat.
And it's within his name, the throne. it applies to y'all too. Create your own throne to help to restore our nation's excellence in your view, in your perspective. And that's how we can create and grow together.
Let's get back to what we once was.
There you go.
And with that, yeah. Hey, we'll see you on the next episode.
Let's get it.
We out.